We're going to go for about 45 to 50 minutes. All you need to do is relax, notice what you notice, welcome whatever's happening. Do your best to just ride along. This is a transmission of divine love consciousness. It's for your highest good and the highest good of all. At the beginning here, I just take a moment to align with my guides and this transmission. Observe what it's doing, and then I do my best to put that into words so you can more easily track what's happening and follow along. But there's always more happening than can be put into words. Today, the love's coming in like an embrace all around you. Just a gentle, loving embrace, letting you feel into the presence of this love, this support. Yeah, would you be willing to allow yourself to open even more? As this love begins to balance your system, clear away all the surface noise in your system, whether from thoughts or emotions or sensations. Your angels and your spirit guides are gathered here with you. Okay, there's a lifting now, lifting your whole energy system to a higher, smoother vibration. Ease, the energy of ease. Is being infused into your system. Would you allow this to be as easy as it actually is? To let go that which no longer serves, to open and expand, and be made pure. So this very pure energy is now coming in along with the ease, the energy and information of how to allow ease, more ease in your life and living. Yeah, just notice what happens. Would you be willing to allow it to be even easier, to let go of struggle when struggle is no longer useful. Yeah, you each have the capacity to open even more to this. So would you let it be even more purely simple and easy in your system and in your life through every layer and level of your system? Would you be willing to allow yourself to notice that when something doesn't feel easy, perhaps it's not for your highest good, and you can just let it go. Let it pass through. And there is a bit of skill to this. To allow something that seems challenging or difficult to simplify into the ease that's always here, always available. This is something you get better and better at. The more awareness you have of the possibility, which is what's happening now, you're becoming more and more aware that perhaps things that you assumed were just plain hard and challenging perhaps the reality is you can let them be simple and easy, open and flowing, just like we're showing you and your system now. Yeah, and simple goes along with easy. Our overly trained minds often see complexity and difficulty, where our true being sees purity, simplicity, and ease. So we're highlighting that difference. The mind's tendency, well, the egoic mind's tendency to make things difficult, complex, more complex than they actually are. And part of that is how the mind likes to project out into the future, which doesn't even exist other than the projection you are creating within your own consciousness, So that in and of itself, every time you project your present beliefs into the future, you make it more complex, you make it more challenging, you make it more difficult. Would you be willing to play with having your own direct experience of this higher alternative? To let everything settle into the pure simplicity of being and the ease this allows within your system first, and then allows you to manifest this in your external world as well. So there is a whole lot of programming in the collective that's the opposite of this. The no pain, no gain, just do it kind of attitude. Yeah, and as much as that is still in your system, it's preventing you from having your own direct experience of sinking into this pure simplicity, ease of being easy with whatever's arising. So first we're just highlighting that conditioning, the no pain, no gain kind of conditioning in your system, bringing it more towards the surface where it's easier to clear all the way. Yeah, would you be willing to allow yourself to question and reevaluate each and every part of that conditioning, those belief systems, freshly from who and what you are now and what you know to be true now, and just let go of what no longer serves you, what no longer matches your vibration, especially this vibration of pure ease, simplicity, allowing yourself to be pulled into your highest good moment to moment in a way that's light and easy. There are many, many angels assisting in clearing out these no pain, no gain kind of belief systems, conditioning, not only in you, but in the collective through you. These are like intense white laser beams of light moving up and down the various grid works of your mental body. freeing up a lot of energy that was locked into these low vibrational beliefs. To hold a low vibrational belief in the system takes a lot of energy because it goes against the flow of life. And the flow of life is the most powerful energy there is. So to go against the flow of life just requires a lot of energy locked up to create these blockages. So as these blockages begin to dissolve in the light of truth, and all that energy gets released, you might feel that and how your system needs to expand with that to allow for your system to use that freed energy for healing, for creativity, for your overall life flow. Okay, let's go a little more specific now. So this would be a good time to bring to mind something in your life that feels like it's been difficult to heal, or something you just continually procrastinate around, you feel unable to do, some physical issue you're wanting to heal. It could even be like your desire for God realization, or however you think of the ultimate freedom, and how it always seems to be not arriving yet. Okay, so just hold that focus. The guides are actually prompting me to find my own personal focus as well. Okay. Okay, so the first layer around that, as we look at the focus for each of you, the first layer that's there is your beliefs that this thing is not changing, that you're not making progress, that you're not healing, whatever it is for you. So just notice what happens. Is that true? Is it true you are not at all growing, changing, healing? In this particular situation, this particular focus you have, can you absolutely know it's true? You have not grown, shifted, changed. Okay, good. And see, all that needs to do is open a crack in the door. And that's what it did. So the next layer, if you have had a belief that in this particular thing, nothing's changing, then you are creating that reality to continue to be reflected back to you. That's the power of your belief. You are an infinite divine being. When you put your power behind a belief, pop, it goes into reality. It becomes your lived experience. So if you are believing nothing's changing, then you will experience nothing's changing. So what this is a wake-up call. One, you are a living, infinite being. It's impossible to go from one second to another without change happening. Absolutely impossible. There's no way you're not changing every second. And the world around you is changing every second. The body that you're inhabiting, changing every second. So of course it's not true that nothing has changed. It's just you're not allowing yourself to see it, perhaps. You're still convincing yourself. You argue for your limitations, and those limitations are yours. That's if you believe nothing's changing, nothing's moving, it might be moving slowly. But if you say it's not moving at all because you want it to move faster, you slow it down even more, perhaps even stop it. That's the power of our beliefs. We are amazing creators. Everything we're experiencing, we are creating through our beliefs and our infinite divine power. We are manifesting everything, every moment that we experience. So right now, what this is doing is helping you to awaken even more deeply, even more clearly to this reality that you are constantly creating your reality. And so every once in a while, it's good to just question that. Question those beliefs, question those thoughts. Don't take them so seriously. It's like, oh, nothing's changing. Fine, welcome that thought. But realize it's just a thought, and it's a thought of your small self, your egoic self. Do you really want to pop your infinite divine energy through that and create that as an experience? Or do you want to question it and say, okay, just because this thought went through my mind, it doesn't mean I have to create this. I can question it. I can say, oh, boo-hoo, some part of me is upset and thinks nothing's changing, but let me come up with 3 examples of how things are actually changing and how things are improving. Okay, so let's just expand around all that now and clear some of what that kicked free. Yeah, so there's a lot more that could be investigated there, but we're just going to kind of hold the energy around that layer. Invite you to bring to mind again your particular focus, where you've been having trouble believing anything's changing, growing, healing. Okay, and then we're opening a second layer, which is like the context. Would you be willing to allow your context of experience and understanding to become larger, clearer, truer? Okay, and then what starts flowing in at this layer? Is it yours? Is this seemingly difficult, unmoving issue actually yours? So just feel into whatever's happening for you. You're not trying to get an intellectual answer. This is opening you to an experience. Is this yours? Now, sometimes it is yours. But usually, if it's a persistent problem that's been ongoing for quite a while, it's been challenging you for quite a while, it's not purely a personal issue. I mean, everyone here is a light worker in some way or another. And by light worker, I mean you agreed to take on some collective karma in this lifetime to help clear it for the collective. But to do that, you need to experience it personally first and identify with it and think it is your personal karma to clear. It's your personal weakness or your personal illness or whatever it is. So would you be willing to allow yourself to awaken to this higher truth, this possibility that this is something you were confident you could clear for the collective before you came into this life? And that you're built for this. You have within you all the divine gifts and love and presence needed to fully resolve this for yourself and for all the others you're carrying it for. And there's all this help from the angels and the beings of light who are also invested in you successfully playing your part. So they are all here supporting you. Would you be willing to allow yourself to recognize that, awaken to that even more than ever before, and let go of feeling it's personal to you? That you're a weak, limited human being trapped by this. And instead, let yourself realize you are an infinite divine being with all that you need to resolve this in time. Because when we take on collective karma, it takes more time to clear that. If it was just your personal karma, you probably would have cleared it by now. But because it's collective karma, it's much bigger and takes more time. It's more embedded in all those other collective low vibrational energies. So sometimes you might spend years just like defining what your piece actually is and helping to separate it from the greater collective low vibrational consciousness. And only once you get it kind of demarcated, then you can do your part to just dissolve that part that's yours to dissolve. Okay, so that's a lot for the conscious mind to absorb, but luckily You are much more than your conscious mind. Your system is enjoying this information, this download, this awakening of your higher purpose, this clarification. Yeah, so what if the situation you have been finding difficult to resolve has been difficult because you're resolving it for many, many, many others who aren't at the capacity to be able to resolve such energies in this lifetime. In other words, what if this is your service? What if this is central to what you are here to do, and you are actually doing it successfully, even if it seems slow going? Would you be willing to allow yourself to realize every little success along the way? To applaud yourself, to support yourself. Basically, in being on the hero's journey. In service to that which is greater than simply yourself. Okay, as those first two layers are becoming more integrated, optimized, we're expanding out to another layer of this higher truth. Regarding why sometimes there are things that seem immovable, irresolvable, that you just can't heal or get beyond. So at this layer, the higher information coming through is that sometimes these things can't be changed, can't be healed, because you as an infinite divine being are not done with them. You put it there. You still want it there. You are still enjoying from that level what you are learning, what it's challenging you to do, how it's challenging you to grow, become more creative, more balanced, less selfish, whatever it is. So if something's not moving or changing or getting out of the way, perhaps it's because you put it there and you still want it there. And ultimately, you are enjoying it being there, even if the ego or small self or conscious personality hasn't caught up to that yet. Okay, so that energy is just coming into your system as possibility. Just receive what you're able to receive. As this lifts your system, helps you to expand your system even more, to hold more of this light, this higher truth, all of these possibilities. So if you, as an infinite divine being, put this into place in your life and wants it to continue to be there, would you be willing to explore that this is your path? Okay, that's expanding. Yeah, feel that. You're receiving, especially in the third eye. Yeah, there's a lot of higher vibrational understanding information. Your system's just soaking it in. What this allows. What this allows you to experience, both at the level of human and divine, as you open to ultimately it's unconditional happiness, unconditional love, unconditional joy. I mean, all the divine qualities are always unconditional, meaning, can I be happy with this, whatever this is? Unconditionally happy. Can I love this unconditionally? Put no conditions on it, meaning whether it comes or goes, whether it resolves or gets bigger, whether it becomes simple and easy or more difficult, more challenging. Ultimately, anything like this is you as an infinite divine being within the context of this 3D polarized world. You want to grow into this greater unconditionality. Can I be happy with this no matter what? Can I love this? Can I welcome this no matter what? Can I allow my happiness to be completely detached from what is happening in my human experience? Would I be willing to recognize that true happiness is infinite? It stands apart. It's always here, always accessible, except for when I push it away by believing as long as this thing remains, I can't be happy. As long as I don't heal from this, I can't be happy. As long as I don't reach God realization, I can't be happy. Yeah, so we're just letting that soak in. Your systems are absorbing this. These are very high teachings, but you're ready for them. The world needs them. Yeah, can I be happy with the amount that I am getting this, the amount that I am opening up to this? Can I love myself unconditionally right now? Given the present state of my human life and these various issues that I would like to change in my life, Can I just let myself be happy with it all right now? Can I allow myself to notice that here, now, I am perfectly okay? Nothing needs to be resolved in this moment that's not already resolving. Yeah, your system continues to really soak this in. Even if the conscious mind is not sure of any of this, your energy system really, really is enjoying this and is just soaking it in, soaking it in. Because it feels true. To most of your system, this just like feels true and simple and easy. Far easier than being conditional. Yeah, would you be willing to allow yourself to notice how unconditional happiness, unconditional love is actually simpler, more simple, and more fun than having conditions around when you're allowed to feel happy and loved and loving. Yeah, and see, ultimately, this is leading you into surrender, but surrender is even too limited of a word. And a lot of people associate some level of suffering with surrender, like it's going to hurt some if I surrender, which is a misunderstanding. But this is more like just letting yourself go down a sliding board. It's just, whoo, yeah. Yeah, just notice that more and more of your system is just willing now to slide down that sliding board of life, of love, of happiness. What if this all really is true? Would you be willing to allow yourself to experience it more than ever before, right now? And would you be willing to allow the effects of this to show up in your life more and more? This growing simplicity, ease, unconditional happiness. Okay, the transmission has brought the focus to your heart, to the loving bliss of being state. We're just going to pull you into this more deeply, hold you there to help you integrate and harmonize with all you just experienced. And at a certain point, it just begins to overflow your system, overflow out into those around you and out into the collective and out to all of humanity. And since you are part of humanity, it's also flowing out and back to you. Lifting you higher yet, helping you become even more coherent and aligned. It's good for you to know if you wish to remain basking in this, you can simply ignore whatever further instructions are said. And if you're ready to come back, allow yourself to feel your human body, become aware of your location, feel the ground of earth below you. And allow yourself to reconfigure your consciousness to be the best it can be for you here now, the rest of your day and onwards. This has been wonderful to share with you. Infinite blessings.